Well, what do we have here?
Huh?
Hey, is that what I think it is? You're leaving us in such suspense. What could it be? Is it treasure? Is it gold? It's, horse.
What?
Cool. It's, Pegasus. Alright. I think it's hurt. Let's just have a look here. Whoa! Slow down, Maurice. I'm gonna hope someone gets that reference. I mean, whoa, down, girl. Easy there.
Pardon me.
Captain, one moment. Hi, Samia. Kinda forgot you're with us.
Huh?
And maybe that was for the better if you're gonna fall down. Samia, are you alright? Those boots of yours again? No, I mean, yes, I mean... Well, come no closer. This beast is crazed.
Wait.
It's okay, Captain. I can handle this. Shh, easy now, girl. I won't hurt you. Aw, look at the pretty art. Look at the big Pegasus. Aw, animal bonding. Aw, isn't it adorable? Shh.
Whoa.
How did she comment so quickly?
Wow.
That's incredible, Samia. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, it's nothing really. I just have a way of animals, I guess.
Good.
I should say so.
Well,
You all go on ahead. I'll adjust the rooms and catch up as soon as we're able. We can make time to wait for you.
no.
Thank you, Captain, but I can manage. Everyone is precious when all of Ulysses is in danger.
Thank you.
Right then. Be safe, Samia.
Yes.
As you command, sir. It's a pretty cute scene. I like it. Hey everybody, Gmod here, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Awakening! In the last chapter, we arrive at long last to the Shepherd's main base, the Garrison, or Barracks? Garrison? Whatever you want to call it. And we met ourselves a ton of new faces who have joined us in our new mission to march over to Ferox in order to get some aid from our neighbors, because the Risen are starting to spread everywhere, and Plague is going crazy. We could use some help, so we got sent out to go get some help. That being said though, Chapter 3, the Long 4 is available to us. However, before we do that, as usual, we have ourselves some supports to go through. And last episode, I kind of just played them out, like, as usual, which I am going to do here. However, I realized that some people may have already, like, seen all the supports and whatnot, maybe don't want to, like, see them again, because, you know, they're playing along, or, you know, they're, like, have them fresh in their mind from a previous playthrough. So from here on out, unless I forget like a dumb stupid idiot, I'm going to be leaving a timestamp on screen when we start supports if you want to skip right past this and go right to the actual chapter gameplay of the episode. That being said though, let's get things started with Crom and Vike. Or Vake, as we've been through many times. Yeah. This should be a fun one.
Right.
Alright everyone, let's pair off and try some 1-on-1 sparring. Oh, you ready to take on Teach, Crom? Vake, maybe we should just find new partners, just to keep things fresh.
Anyone else?
Pshaw, we're rivals, we have to fight. You can't turn your back on fate. Plus, I was really close to beating you last time, like really, really close.
Right.
Right, if you say so. But still, I think we should...
Hey!
No, it's fine, I know what you're doing, you're trying to psych me out. Oh, come on, if we don't mix it up, we'll never keep ourselves sharp.
Hey!
Oh, I see, not enough suspense for you, is that it? Let's spice it up with a little wager. Everything we own, winner takes all.
No.
Vake, we're training for war. I can't very well gamble the Royal Treasury. To be fair, that would be a pretty freaking good bet to make. You just gotta beat Crom once and you're infinitely rich forever, probably.
Hey!
Fine, fine, no gold, but how about this? The loser has to sneak up behind Frederick and pull down his pantaloons. Vake, you're going to die. Are you mad? Frederick would chop you off like firewood and then make a fire out of it.
Yeah, I rule.
What's this now? Is someone chicken? Oh, alright. I'll spare of you. Just stop that ridiculous clucking. Ah, yes. Now Crom's got a full head of steam. Sure, teach what you got. Vake, I am sorry. Crom is going to destroy you. May he rest in peace. For not only Crom, but also Frederick. I will say, though, I do kind of like how, you know, these two have, a more roughhousey relationship, we'll call it. And also, Robin and Muriel. I did pair up Robin a lot with Muriel last chapter, so this kind of makes sense. And in this chapter we play upcoming, I'm definitely going to be talking more about the support bonuses you get, because I kind of didn't do that too hard last time, but trust me, we're doing this for a good reason. Anyways, though, time for some magical talk, probably, maybe. How discomposing.
Hey,
That looked like a pretty bad spill, Muriel. Are you hurt?
Very well.
I'm minor constitution. I'm gonna have a terrible time reading these supports. I'm terrible with words like this. Begnian, I think that's how you say that. Everything you were carrying went flying. I see your herbs, some papers, what is this? Book? Journal. Unhand that, sir.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was so important. Important?
Huh?
Muriel?
Right.
I suppose it does some import, yes. It's a lodestar of sorts, one that points the way to the truth.
Whoa.
Wow. Who wrote it? A famous mage or something?
No.
Not famous at all, no. The author was my mother.
Yeah.
Ah, that explains the rough binding. No offense intended. Still, that's amazing. Was your mother a mage as well? Or perhaps a scientist? What is the impetus for your inquiry?
Huh?
Impetus for my, why do I ask? I don't know. I'm curious. Wouldn't most people be? An automatic reaction to a conversational stimulus, I see. Did I say something strange?
No.
Curious, perhaps. Meriting closer study, certainly. Spontaneous reactive curiosity, fascinating. But what is your underlying mechanism? I really think you're reading too much into this. I will say, even though I am terrible at reading Muriel's dialogue out loud, I enjoy her quite a bit. She's silly. Oh, Robin, what have you gotten yourself into? Oh, my poor soul. At least Robin and me are on the same page, and we're both kind of confused about what the heck's going on around us. That being said, though, we're all set to go into Chapter 3, The Long Fort. Let's do it. Chapter 3, Warrior Realm. Oh my god. We're back in Canada. My worst nightmare. It really is a Warrior Realm out here. Frederick, I'm freezing. Stand beside my horse, my lady. She'll shelter you from the wind.
Oh.
So this is the fortress.
Right.
Yes, the Long Fort. It stretches along the border of Ulysses and Ragnar Ferox.
Ah.
The Khans that rule Ferox have grown quite wary of foreigners. Still, don't mistake a lack of hospitality for open hostility. The Sympathy calls for a bit of diplomacy. Diplomacy. Oh my god, I can't talk. Negotiation's not my best, not my strong suit, but I'll do my best. Remember, everyone, your actions have reflected back upon Ulysses. Alright, reactions here. I cannot talk. I need to slow down.
My lord.
Maybe it's all the cold air, you know? Maybe I'm freezing too. Anyways. Chill in the wind, my lord. The Froxy Guard are mobilizing.
What?
What? Why?
Right.
Who can say? But they look ready to fly at a moment's notice. We best prepare for combat, just to be safe. Perhaps we ought to pool our supplies and select which shepherds to deploy. Loath as I am to trust him, Robin might offer some valuable insight in this. Frederick, we've been doing this for 3 chapters now. You can trust me. I guess it's only been 2 chapters, because you weren't there in my little dream with Crom, but don't worry about it. Yeah. Indeed, he is our tactician after all. So, Robin, what do you suggest? I will think on it. And by think on it, I mean, we have ourselves now battle preparations. This is a brand new feature that is going to be very important, because this is basically all the prep work you can do before starting a chapter. And we have several things to go through here. We have ourselves our first option, select units, which will let you pick your current party you're bringing into the chapter. As you can see, you're not allowed to bring your entire army. You're only allowed a certain amount of characters. In this case, we're allowed 7, technically 8, but Crom is force deployed because obviously he's the main character. He's kind of, you know, he's kind of important, just a little bit. So yeah, you can't bring your entire army into every map, and some people might find this a bit of a bummer because, you know, you like all the characters, you want to get to use them all. However, I actually think this is one of Fire Emblem's, like, strengths. Not only because it makes you really think about who you're going to bring to each chapter, because if you could just bring your entire army, there wouldn't be a lot of thought to that. But also, it's because since you're going to be using a selected amount of units per chapter, you kind of end up using the same units over and over again since they get stronger and stronger as they do battle. Which means you're going to be using certain characters each playthrough compared to others who you might leave behind. And this may seem like a bad thing, however, in my opinion, it's actually one of the strengths of Fire Emblem because it makes it so that every single playthrough you can try using different units and get whole new experiences by using said different units on each playthrough, which is very, very cool in my opinion. One of the reasons Fire Emblem 6 is one of my favorite Fire Emblem games is because that game has a massive roster with a bunch of different routes you can play, and it makes every playthrough a little bit different, which is pretty cool. That being said, who am I going to bring? Obviously, I'm going to bring Robin, because, you know, it's Robin. We want a healer, so we're going to bring Glissa. I don't need to bring Frederick, per se, but I'm going to bring him anyways, just because I think he's a great support. And, you know, if you're ever in a pinch, Frederick's there to bail you out with a strong hit, so it never hurts to bring him. I'll probably bring Vake, just because I like Vake. I'll bring Sully, Virion, and then it's basically between Muriel and Stahl, I think. Although I'll be real with you, Virion's probably... the thing about Virion is that I don't think Virion's gonna, like... I don't know if I'm gonna need him or use him for the long run, just because archers are a little bit in my opinion, but I do love Virion so much that it would feel like a crime not to showcase him off during this playthrough. So honestly, Virion, I think you get biased. I think you stay. And Stahl, as much as a nice stand-up guy you are, I won't lie, we gotta support Muriel. I already like Muriel. We can use some more magic power. I'm sorry, Stahl. I think for the time being, I'll bring Muriel. That said, though, if I do get the space to bring him later, I definitely will. That being said, I think this will be our party going to this. And this is what I was talking about before, where you can actually check out supports mid-chapter. And this is where you can actually do it. So this is where you can actually see where your supports are, how your supports are going. Which does have complications on battle, which we'll be talking about in this chapter. So that's very good to keep note of. Next, we have the view map option, which will let you view the map, obviously. We have ourselves Kellum here, a green fellow. Interesting. Got ourselves tons of enemies over here. Well, not tons, but 4 of them. Got some enemies on this side of the fort as well. We got ourselves some doors. And a bunch of enemies up here. And the boss over here, who is in fact not a Risen Chief for once. It is actually a Armor Knight, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Who has the Javelin weapon, which is basically a ranged lance. Pretty cool. If you ever want to check weapons out again, as always, just click the bottom screen and it'll give you a quick description on the weapon. Pretty handy. So that's the view map option, pretty simple. Equip skills, we're not really going to be talking about this because at the current moment, we don't really have any skills to equip because, you know, we only have 1 for most of our characters, so there's not really any reason to go for this, but down the line, this could become useful. Inventory, which will let you just store out your items and whatnot between all your characters, and also, importantly, there's also, actually, do we have it yet? Okay, we have the Convoy, which the Convoy is basically a collective of all your items that you left behind that's not on your current characters. However, we don't really have a whole lot of inventory at the current moment, so we don't really need to worry about the Convoy for the time being. But this is basically just how you can sort out your items before a chapter begins. For example, Vake here is not using the Iron Sword because, you know, he's an axe fighter. So if I go ahead and click Store here, and I'll put it into the Convoy, and then I can go ahead and pick it up with Crom, for example, like so. Pretty handy. Although I'll be honest, actually, Robin can't even use the Iron Sword yet because of his weapon rank. This is a quick little thing I've been meaning to talk about, but with weapon ranks, the main reason I talked about it before. Weapon ranks basically determine what weapons you can use per character, and since Crom here has a D rank in swords, he can actually use the Iron Sword because it's a D rank sword, but since Robin has a E rank in swords, as you can see on the bottom screen there, he can't use the Iron Sword, he's stuck with the Bronze Sword for the time being, so that's something to keep in mind. In fact, outside of Frederick, Crom is our only character who can actually use the Iron Sword, so here's what I'm actually thinking. I'm actually going to give Frederick the Iron Sword from Crom. That way, if I don't want to kill something with the Silver Lance, I just want to do some chip damage with Frederick, I can with the Iron Sword. I think that's probably for the best. And what else are we looking at here? Stahl, since you're not coming to this chapter, I'm just going to go ahead and give your items away. Like so. So, in that case, I'm going to give Sully over here the Iron Lance that you got. And I'm going to give Robin the Bronze Sword, I guess. I don't really have another place to put it, so... yeah, it seems fine to me. And finally, for our final item, the Elixir. Since Vake has a ton of HP, and he takes a lot of damage, but he's supposed to touch hits. He has a lot of HP, but not a ton of defense. I think the Elixir is a perfect fit on him. And there you go, inventory completed, and all it's left to do now is the save. However, since I'm currently recording, I'm going to do a quick little audio check on my video recording, see if everything's good, and that'll save the game. So I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Everything's all set to go. I have saved the game. Battle preparation are complete. Let's begin the chapter.
Who goes there?
Halt! Who goes there? In the name of the House Ulysses, I seek audience with the Khans.
Halt!
Not another step, my bold lad. I have lancers at the ready.
Wait.
Hold, my lady. We are not your enemy. Exalt Emblem herself sent us to discuss matters of mutual interest.
What?
My only interest is keeping you out of Regded Ferox, Brigand. Brigand? Now see here.
Right.
You think you're the first Ulyssians to try and cross our border? I have the authority to fell such impostors where they stand.
What?
How dare you? You are in the presence of Prince Crom, the Exalt's own blood. Yes, indeed. And I am the Queen of all. You do realize impersonating royalty is a capital offense, yes? Then perhaps we should settle this the old Feroxy way. You claim to be the Prince of Ulysses? Then prove it on the battlefield. Everyone like this at all. Please, good lady, if you just listen...
Ha!
I have heard quite enough. Attack!
Sumia.
Better hold on tight, Captain. Could get bumpy.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Sumia!
Right.
Oh, Captain, I'm so relieved I made it in time.
Listen,
That goes double from you, Samia. And this is the same ordinary Pegasus we met on the road. Or ordinary. I said ordinary, my bad. I apologize to the Pegasus. Oh, she's a sweetheart, isn't she? When did you really get to know her?
good.
Well, many thanks to both of you. I think the Pegasus is blushing. And I think we should at all best focus on the situation at hand.
Crom!
Grom, they're coming. Alright, the proxy way it is. Mash them in the head, sounds good to me. Ghost Pegasus can fly far afield, but they're highly vulnerable to arrows. Don't worry, girl, I watch out for archers for both our sakes. This is Samia giving you a head up that there are archers on this map and you're a flying unit, which means this is our first instance of effective damage being in a map, and we need to be very careful about it. Because as you can go over here and see upon one of the archers, or you can even look at Vera on yourself, next to his iron bow is the Pegasus icon. That basically is your heads up that this weapon does triple damage to the Pegasus Knight class, or also any flying enemies in general. And since Samia is obviously flying on a Pegasus, that means she's going to take triple damage from archers, so keep her far away from the archers. They will very easily one-shot her, so be very careful about that. That being said, normally I go ahead and talk immediately about our new character right here. However, there's a green unit right over here by the name of Kellum. I know you can barely see him, but he's right there. And as you can see when I hover over Crom, there is a bit of a glowing icon or a glowing tile around him. That is your heads up that if you want to talk to him with that character, you can. And honestly, I think I will do just that. Why do I feel like I'm being watched?
Don't you see me?
Sir? Sir, right here, sir. Who's there? Show yourself. I'm standing in plain sight, sir. Right here. Ah! Oh, is that you, Kellum? When did you arrive?
What?
The same time as you? I've been with you all along. Or, I mean, I am still a shepherd, right? It's quite the honor, after all. I hate to lose it. Sometimes I...
Forgive me.
Of course, Kellum. Forgive me. You're just so quiet. I completely... Quiet, alright, sir. Quite alright. I've been told I'm easy to miss. At least the Frogsy didn't notice you. I've been calling you and waving my arms for several minutes. I don't think they've gone so much as glances this way.
Really?
You almost sound disappointed.
If you say so.
Well, I'm glad you finally saw me. Just try to keep an eye on me just try to keep an eye on me from now on, will you? So yeah, we have ourselves a new character here, Kellum the Armor Knight, who is apparently very easy to miss. And honestly, for this first turn, I think I'm going to have Crom and Kellum team up right away. That's because Crom can't really move since he talked to somebody, so it's better to have him pair up and not be vulnerable than anything else. That being said, though, now we got Kellum on our team, now it is time for us to talk about our units here, because these are our two units joining us this chapter. I just wanted to get Kellum out of the way quickly, because it'd be a little dumb to just, you know, get one character and then just wait on the other one, like 5 seconds later. That being said, though, opening up here, we have ourselves our very first Pegasus Knight and brand new joining of our team, Sumia. And Samia here comes at a level 1, which may make you feel a little bit, you know, awkward about her because, you know, she seems to be a little bit behind the rest of the team. However, make no mistake about it, Samia is a fantastic character to join our team. Not to mention, I think it's pretty cute because, you know, she's supposed to be like a newer, like, recruit to the Shepherd. She's, like, newer and less experienced, so it's kind of cool that she's level 1 and a little bit weaker than everybody starting off. That said, though, what Samia makes up for it is the Pegasus Knight class, and also some of her stats in particular are quite nice. So let's first of all talk about the Pegasus Knight, because it's a new class of ours. The Pegasus Knight is a flying mounted unit, which basically means they have the amazing movement of the Cavalier unit at a whopping 7, but since they're also flying, they can move across terrain a lot easier than the average unit, often allowing them to skip entire portions of maps that otherwise other units would have to walk around or just flat out cannot reach, which is very, very handy indeed. Now, the Pegasus Knight class, as I mentioned, has one big weakness being in archers. They will pin her down and shoot her out of the sky very easily, so keep her out of the way of that, and you will be mostly fine. That being said, Samia herself. We've been talking about her class, let's talk about Samia herself. Samia herself comes, like I said, a little bit weaker than the rest of your team because, you know, she's level 1, she's brand new to the team. However, she makes up for this by having some really, really solid growths, particularly in her speed. She is incredibly fast. Coming with a base speed of 13, she is able to double a lot of enemies very, very fast, and that speed growth is going to keep on getting better and better thanks to her 70% speed growth, which basically means she's going to become a doubling machine, which will kind of make up for her subpar damage, because she only comes with 6 strength, and with a 45% strength growth, she is less likely to get strength on level up than she, you know, is likely to get it. So she can sometimes get a little bit strength screwed, which makes it so that even though she'll be doubling enemies, she won't be doing that much damage to them, even though she's doubling them. So you can make up with this with strong weapons and whatnot, but you really, really want to hope that Symia gets those strength level ups. However, if she does get those strength level ups, she becomes an absolute monster and a very, very useful unit overall. I quite like Symia. I'm a big fan of Pegasus Knights in general, but Symia is definitely no exception. If she can get those strength level ups that are a little bit luck-based, she can become an absolute monster. If she doesn't get them, though, she kind of feels like a weak, fast, you know, kind of squishy unit. So she's a little bit able to get screwed over by luck, but if you get lucky enough with her, then she can very much become a powerhouse of a character. And like I said, 7 movement, as I said before, always freaking handy. That will never be a bad thing. And also, one more thing I'm going to note about her is that this is going to be apparent much later on in the game, however, she can promote into the Dark Flyer class. And the Dark Flyer class have access to a skill called Gale Force. And Gale Force is one of the most broken things in Fire Emblem history. So, look forward to that, because if we use Symia and we get to the Dark Flyer class, we are absolutely going to be abusing that down the line. Just let it be known, it is a fantastic skill that will more than make up for Samia's, you know, iffy strength if you don't get lucky. But that being said, overall, Symia, pretty great unit. I like her quite a bit. And now on to our next character. Wait, where'd he go? Kellum? Where did he? Oh, there he is. Oh, hey, Kellum. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. I had to do it once. I had to at least do it once, you know? Anyways, so jokes aside, this here is Kellum. And Kellum here is our very first Armor Knight joining our team. And as an Armor Knight, you can kind of get an idea of what he's going to be like right off the rip. Being an Armor Knight, he moves around quite slowly, having only 4 movement, however, makes up for it by having immense defense. Coming in with a whopping 14 defense, he has even more defense. Actually, no, he has tied defense with Frederick, and we know what a Frederick is like. So, yeah, when it comes to physical hits, Kellum is going to take things like an absolute beast. And this is going to stick out for the entire game, because with a 100% HP growth and 70 defense growth, he is basically guaranteed to be an absolute physical behemoth of a tank. However, of course, as we all know, Armor Knights are pretty bad against magic. He only comes with 2 res, and that res only has a 35% chance to grow, which basically means magic is going to be a sitting duck situation for him, which you know is to be expected from the Armor Knight. What I will say, though, I like about Kellum, though, compared to most other, like a lot of other Armor Knights, is that he actually comes with a decent speed stat of 5 and a decent speed growth of 45%, which basically means if you get a little bit lucky, there's a chance he won't be getting doubled by a lot of the enemies down the line, because he can actually keep up with the rest of your team. That being said, though, I would not rely on that at all. Just expect him to be a physical tank that really takes physical hits well, but probably gets doubled, and if it's a magic enemy doubling him, he is probably going to get destroyed. But overall, he can be quite useful, especially on the harder modes of the game, like Lunatic, because you really need characters who can actually take hits, and Kellum is one of the few characters on Lunatic mode who can actually reliably take hits at the moment, so he's going to be very useful to you. And also, one thing that I think is a really strong benefit about Kellum, him being an Awakening character, is that he is able to pair up with other units, which basically means, for example, if you were to pair him up with, say, Frederick or Symia, you can actually use the 7 movement of the other character to help Kellum get around his bad speed, like his bad movement, and then switch him around and have him attack whenever he needs to. So you can get around his bad movement, you're just gonna have to pair him up if you want him to do that. Also worth noting, however, that he is able to promote into the class that Frederick is currently in, the Great Knight, which will get around his bad movement and give him a whopping 7 movement. So if you like Kellum and you don't want to deal with his low movement for the entirety of the game, it is possible to get around that. However, the General is his other promotion route he can go for compared to the Great Knight, and that will basically take all of his good traits and put them on steroids. So it's a bit of a tricky call to make. That being said, though, Kellum's pretty cool. I like him, and yeah, I think I summarized him pretty well. Don't put in your magic, and you'll be doing great. Pretty simple when I put it like that, but yeah, there you go. That being said, enough rambling. Onto the map here. Let's see here. We got ourselves some enemies over this way, and we got ourselves some enemies over this way. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Frederick and Symia join up once together, and I'm gonna have Frederick run over here, and I'm gonna have Frederick equip his sword to do some chip damage. I'm gonna have Kellum go over here and do some damage himself. I'm gonna have him equip the javelin here, and that's because the javelin, as I mentioned before, is a 1-2 range weapon. So even though if these archers want to go for me, they are going to take some counterattack damage in the in return, which is quite handy. Now take a look at the damage over here. We have ourselves a bunch of enemies coming over this way. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have our team go over this way. We're gonna swarm this side of the map first, take them all out, and while these guys are running over to help them, they'll come and realize they're a little bit too slow and probably bite the dust. There we go. We'll just put it like that for now. Alright, Kellum. Yeah, look at that. 1 damage, baby. I will say, though, even though I have praised Kellum a lot and I like Kellum, I will say the Armor Knights in this game look incredibly stupid. Like, look at this hulking mass. In fact, I can actually pause the battle here. 1 second. I can pause the battle here. We can take a look at him with the camera. Look at this. Why is he so stubby? He has no, like, boots or anything. He's just on peg legs. He's got a giant shield, which, you know, makes sense for an Armor Knight, but, like, it just looks so awkward and clunky to wear. This outfit is just so goofy. Anyways. And apparently I messed with the camera because now we can't see the archer, but anyways. I guess something I can actually talk about now is that if you actually use the camera, like, you can actually control the camera during battles. Like, you can, like, move it around and such and whatnot. You can zoom in with the R button, you can zoom out with the L button, you can just take a look around things. Pretty fun feature. And also, more importantly, if you're not a patient guy, I haven't been doing it too much this playthrough because I've been trying to, like, you know, appreciate the animations. But if you like hold the A button, you can actually fast forward combat, which is actually kind of handy. And Frederick is going to double because this will be a speed bonus for the pair up. So, nice. There we go. And as you can see here, the archer's going to go here for Kellum. However, since I put the javelin, he is not safe from my wrath. Never mind, he is safe. My bad. Did not account for missing. And, oh, actually, these other guys are not coming towards us. I thought they did. Never mind. What is it, Robin?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about how you rode with Samia earlier. Do our units always have to fight one-on-one?
Really?
Are you suggesting we pair up? That's an interesting thought. We kind of already knew about this mechanic, but there's more to talk about it, so I guess it's a good idea that they're introducing it now. I admit, I resemble Pinkisher right now if it weren't for Samia and her mount.
I see.
Exactly. By pairing up, units could lend each other added offense and defense. It might also quicker soldiers to very slower units to carry distances. This is what I was talking about with Kellum here. Yes, I'm sure of it. This opens up all sorts of strategic possibilities. We should try whenever the opportunity presents itself. So this is the power-up system. We already talked a bit about it. However, I'm not going to go over the whole just of it since we already talked about it before. However, what I haven't mentioned yet is where supports play into this. As you can see here when I click onto Muriel, Robin will have a C above him. That's because he has a C rank support with Muriel. And the reason this is a good thing is because if you have higher supports, you are more likely to help out people with higher supports with you in battle, which, you know, with like the additional attack that you see Kron do a lot. And also, more importantly, the stat bonuses you get. Last chapter, I believe I got free magic from Muriel, but now that I have a C support with her, I get 5 magic with her now, which could be the difference between life and death sometimes. So, yeah, supports are good. Do them. That being said, though, I think it's time for us to wage an archer battle, methinks.
Let's do it.
Take a shot. And this is basically a mirror match right here. We both do 7 damage to each other, which is kind of funny. And Samia, I'm gonna have you go over here, and as you can see, even though Samia is, you know, only 6 strength, you know, aw, she's a new recruit, aw, she's a little baby compared to the rest of us. No, thanks to the power of Frederick and also her amazing speed set, she can dish out damage. She would have killed this guy from full. Not bad at all.
Victory!
And for all we know, this could be Samia's very first combat victory in a real battle, so I'm proud of you, girl. Good job. That being said, I'm gonna have Muriel over here, and since we're in this archer's face, he can't counterattack, because like I mentioned before, archers have the weakness on not being able to counterattack, so go right up in his face and blast him with some magic. Some spicy meatballs, just chuck him right in his face. There you go. And I'm gonna have Rom go over here, and I'm gonna have him join up with Muriel.
What now?
Hopefully we don't miss. Good stuff. Kellum missed an 89 before, so you never know. There we go. And we got ourselves a door key. Not bad. A key. We can use it to open the fortress doors. So, yeah, door keys here. Pretty simple. You get a door key, you see a door. You can use the key to open the door. I know, shocking revolution. But these doors are impassable until you open them with a key. So, yeah, we kind of need that key. That being said, though, I'm going to go over here with Vake, and I think I'm going to have him bop him in the head. Surely Vake doesn't miss, right?
Apply yourself.
There you go.
Class dismissed.
Class dismissed. How is he so cool? And ooh, there you go. That's a good Vake level up. There you go. Yeah, the Vake just got a lot bakier. You're not wrong. Strength, skill, HP. Definitely vague. So now comes the question of these guys. We could probably just leave them behind, honestly. They're not really posing much of a threat, but since I like getting into trouble, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take them on anyways. Also because I want XP.
Many thanks.
Many thanks. And they're level up. Level 4. HP, magic, skills. Oh my god, she got like almost every stat. I think I'm ready for the front lines. Except for the fact you can't fight back. But you know, I appreciate the spirit. That said, I'm gonna switch over here quickly. I'm gonna have... let's see, how close are they to... I'll put Sully like here. No, they refuse to move. Okay, I'm pretty sure on lunatic mode they move, but I guess on hard mode they don't. And I'm gonna have that happen a lot, where I like mix up my game modes, because I have played lunatic a fair amount. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely mix them up a little bit. So my apologies for that. And as you can see, since we have Frederick with Samia here, she actually has 8 movements, so she can zoom across the map now with Frederick's help, which is pretty cool. Alright, come on, Virion, go join your dearest Sully. That's what I would say, but you're a little too, a little far behind. There we go. It already feels as though Roland has been a shepherd forever. It's funny how fighting alongside someone speeds friendship along. And the more we fight side by side, the more valuable those friendships become. Thanks to you for announcing this out loud, Crom. Basically, Crom was just talking about supports. I already talked about this in depth. We don't need to talk about this, but thank you, Crom. Very cool. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have Virion join. Let's see, what do? You give 2 strength, 2 skill, plus 2 defense. Could be kind of useful. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have Kellen go over here, do what Armor Knights do, and tank hits, and squish, hit the enemies for some chip damage. Here we go, and Crom is gonna stand there. Alright, very cool. In that case, I'm gonna have Vic go over here. We're basically trying to line this up so that... Okay, actually, let me be a little careful here before I move Samia. Let me see, where does the archer hit? The archer hits right there. Okay, so I'm gonna have Samia chill right here, I think. Alright, honestly, I don't really got much better to do this chapter. I mean, not this chapter, this turn. I could run all in, but I'm a little worried Samia might get picked off by something, because like I said, she starts off pretty frail.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Hey, good job, Crom. So that there's actually a partner guard that we just saw for the first time, I'm pretty sure, this entire playthrough. And that will basically make it so that your partner will nullify damage for you. Which is, once again, affected by supports and whatnot. And Crom is going crazy with it, apparently. Not that I'm complaining. And he missed, but you know, Crom, you're doing a good job anyways. So we can't get too mad.
On my mark.
Oh no, 1 damage! The horror. Ouch.
Face me.
Crom is helping out a ton. Good stuff, Crom. See, that's one of the main reasons I like Crom. His duel, like, his ability to jump into, like, more often from, like, dual attacks is so freaking handy. He just adds on so much extra damage for free. And look at Crom go. Look at him go. That's my man right there. Good stuff. And as you can see, since Callum, you know, is an absolute unit and chipped everything, took barely any damage, our team can now swoop in for a bunch of free kills. Or at least it should be a bunch of free kills. Hopefully, hopefully they all die this turn. They should, though. Here you go, Samia. My main goal this chapter is mostly going to be trying to give Samia as many kills as possible, because I want to catch the rest of the team, because I like Samia quite a bit. I want to use her. Speaking of characters I like using quite a bit, I was going to give the kill to Vake, but I have a feeling Vake is going to somehow not get the kill. Yeah, 64% chance to hit. Not ideal. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to have Muriel go for the kill onto you.
You're all right.
Very good, very good. Not quite a level, but getting close. And I think... See, I really want to... Okay, you know what? Here's the plan. Here's the plan. Oh, actually, you do get the kill. Okay, in that case, I'm going to have you go over... Honestly? There you go, Virion. Go pair up with your dream woman. I'm sure he appreciates this. Not bad at all. Another door key for our shovels. Now we have 2 door keys. Well, you know, we only have to open one of these doors to get up here, but it's something, I guess. And I think I can probably leave Vic. Okay, let me see. Who has the key again? It was... Oh, yeah, wait, was it? It was Virion. Who else has the key? Someone else has the key, I'm sure of it. Robin. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to switch around quickly. I'm going to switch around. I'm going to trade over here. That's not the right person to trade with. We want to go with Robin. Have no fear. Even if you're paired up, you can still trade with the person they're paired up with. So, don't feel like you're going to get screwed out of anything. And I kind of want to get this kill to Vake, but you know what, Crom? Why not?
Hey, over here.
Again, we go smack in the face. Ugh.
Finished?
Not bad at all. And now we can move on forward. I'm sorry, Vic. I'm sure you wanted some of that action, but it is what it is. And also, since he leveled up, he actually got some HP, which means I can get a free heal for a little bit of bonus experience. Like I said before, heal stats are not really hard to come across. Like, coming up very soon, we'll be able to get access to more of them, so don't feel too ashamed of just going crazy with the heal staff. And, who should I get this to? You want Samia? Here you go, have a glistening spot. Or glittering spot, whatever you want to call it. You can learn a lot about this world from a Pegasus back. I see new things every day. And free experience, which almost gets her a level up. She's at 96 now. Pretty cool. Alright, that said though, Crom, it's time to go open this door. And everyone else follows suit. We're going through a choke point, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten your seatbelts. Things are gonna get intense. Maybe. Probably. I am taking the chapter a little bit slow, I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely could've just ran up this side over here, and like, we probably would have already like been fighting with the boss at this point, but I want the free experience, dang it. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna have Crom go over here and equip the rapier. As you can see on the bottom screen there's both a horse and an armor knight icon. That's because the rapier here is an effective weapon against armor units, and since we're fighting an armor knight here, that means we're gonna do triple damage with the rapier. So, I think we're gonna have a ton of fun with that, methinks. I'll have our magic unit stay on back, because like I said, our knights are terrible against magic. I'll have Samia wait here. I'm gonna have you switch to Sully, because you have more movement. And Lissa, you can just chill in the back, like, as always. I mean, she's the healer. She's not supposed to be up in the front anyways. So check this out. Even though it's not right, it's super tanky, Crom does a crap ton of damage thanks to effective damage. Ugh.
Right.
Armor's not so good if you can slice right through it, methinks. And Crom gets a weird level up. I'll take speed. I was kind of hoping for more strength and defense, but we'll take it. Alright, and as you can see over here, we have ourselves some stairs. Even though this looks like the random tile, this is actually a little bit of cover. It doesn't give any defense, but it does give 10 avoid, so that's kind of handy. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you go over here. The problem, though, is that I'm pretty sure with Samia's speed boost from Frederick, I'm pretty sure he's going to double and... Actually, is he going to double everybody? I'm not sure. Let me see. Frederick has 10 speed, he has 14. We need 5 extra speed. So Frederick should actually not, like, double everyone here, which is actually good, because I want him to just do some chip damage to everybody around here. Meanwhile, I'm going to have Sully wait over here. I'm going to have her equip the Iron Lance, because, you know, why not? It's just a stronger lance. I'll Vic back here. Keep the magical units in the back, because they're more frail, methinks. Kellum, I'm going to have you switch over here. Let me just make sure I'm checking out the weapons here. Aha, I had a feeling. So this guy over here has himself the hammer. And the hammer here is specifically an axe design to deal with armor knights. It will do a crap ton to Kellum if it hits him. So we got to be a little bit careful about that. However, he cannot reach his turn, so I am safe to just go over here, equip Kellum. With a javelin, he'll be fine without a bone worry. He's super tanky where he is. And I'll have Lissa come up the stairs right here. Alright, gonna engage in combat with Sully. Makes sense. Alright, let's see. 11 damage. Big hit. Ugh. Gary, want to shoot him? He does not. He is simply not feeling it today. And they're gonna go all for Sully. Interesting. Alright. Guess it kind of makes sense. You can't really fight back from range. Alright. And here comes Mr. Hammerman, which we want to be careful about, because as you can see here, if I attacked him with Kellum, he would absolutely wipe the floor of him. 29 damage. Yikes. Yeah, let's not do that, methinks. Let's try and keep our team alive, shall we? However, Crom here actually does pretty good against him since he has the weapon triangle advantage with a sword.
Careful.
Which goes to show you the strengths of the pair-up system, because you can change out your characters. Even if one has a bad advantage, like, even if the one matches up poorly against the enemy, you can just swap out nice and easy and have a good time, like so. So now that out of the way, we want to kill this archer, because he's going to prove a problem for Samia. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to go over here. I think Sully can get the kill. She sure can. All right, nice. And Lissa's right behind her, so if I need to heal her up, we can. Nice work. And a level up. All right, cool. Level 4, I think? Level 3, 4? 4. HP, strength, skill, luck, defense. Not bad at all. I will take it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and heal up Sully real quick.
Thanks.
There you go, nice and easy. And hey, this has actually got staff rank level D. And you may be wondering, what's the point of a staff rank level D since, you know, healing is, you know, what she does instead of fighting. The reason for this is because there's actually a bunch of different type of staffs that she can actually end up wielding. However, she needs the weapon rank and staffs to use them. For now, we don't have any access to them, but down the line, this will prove very useful. That said, though, this archer is a bit of a pain in the butt. So here's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. Okay, we gotta be careful about this archer, though. Let me see here. How close are you? You... Okay, so if I put Samiya here, she can't really get attacked, and I'm gonna get the kill on this guy, or at least I should.
Hold on.
It's 94. Surely I don't get hit in return, right? There you go. Very well done. And this should be Samiya's first level. All right, show me the strength, lady. Come on. Come on, girl. Yeah, strength and speed. That's exactly what I wanted to see. The main thing we're worried about with Samiya is strength. If she gets that strength growth, life is gonna be good. And we picked up the hammer from the guy too, which means Vic actually can use it now since, you know, it's next. And here I'm going to deploy one of the funniest strategies in Fire Emblem history. Sitting around this guy and wailing on him because he's an archer. And for those of you who play Fire Emblem, you probably know exactly what I'm doing with this. Since this archer can only attack at 2 range, he is physically incapable of attacking Vake, Crom, or Samiya. You know, affect the damage against her. So he really wants to attack Samiya, but he simply cannot because, you know, he's stuck at 1-2 range. So we're going to bully him now since he cannot literally do anything. And since I'm feeling kind of Robin-y right now, I think I'm going to blast him with some thunder.
Divide and conquer.
I'm sorry, Arch, you did not deserve all that bullying, but it's one of the reasons the Archer class is kind of because you can bully it really hard if you know what you're doing. And hey, look at that level, not bad. Good stuff, Robin. And they are not approaching us, which means we get the high ground, I guess. So the question is, how do we want to approach this? We have an archer over here, so we need to be careful with Samiya. We have an iron axe, we have an iron sword, and we have an armor knight who is, you know, an armor knight unit, so he's not going to get to approach us for a while. He's kind of slow. And we also have the boss here, but the boss doesn't move, so this is our range to deal with her. And as you can see, she is pretty tanky. She has an armor knight with 11 defense, so the rapier does pretty good against her. But we have to clear the enemies first before we even begin to think about that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and heal Crom with Lissa real quick. You know, as you do, he's kind of huffing and puffing, keeling on over, so we should probably heal him. So now with that out of the way, I'm going to go over here, and let me see. How does Frederick do against them? I mean, he's going to kill them, obviously, but I'm questioning if Frederick is going to, you know, like, double him or not. And the answer is absolutely, so that's not really a play if I want to get the kills from somebody else. So in that case, I think we'll just do the slow and steady approach. I'm going to have Crom approach from this way. I don't want them. Okay, let me check the archer's range one more time. The archer can go there. Okay, so I can put Samiya here and she'll be fine. So we can go here, I feel, and then I'll have Robin and Muriel wait here, and there we go.
Let's end this.
Ooh, actually, they are like on even fighting grounds. They both do 14 damage. That's kind of funny.
Down.
And it's a lead miss. At least she tried. And the archer chooses to have a ranged battle with Robin. All right. Ow. Have some magic. And hey, Muriel joins him too. All right, cool. Magic combo.
Thanks.
I think Robin gets tons of experience because he's paired up. Always gonna need to have Robin paired up because of that. And now that out of the way, I think Samiya is free to go in for the offense. As you can see, Samiya here, with Frederick's support, you know, boosting her stats because she's, again, a little bit frail right now. Frederick can cover her for her weak spots and give her tons of firepower in return. So I really like this pair up a lot. I tend to use it quite a bit when I'm raising Samiya up. Ow. However, I win. Not bad at all. Now comes you little pest. Who should I kill you with? Honestly, Vake, I think it only makes sense to kill you with Vake. You guys have an honorable axe duel. I think it only makes sense, you know?
Over there.
We'll have some fun. Not bad. So here's what I'm gonna do now. If we take a look over here, as you can see, Robin does a ton of damage to this girl because, you know, she's a armor knight. And Muriel doesn't do quite as much, but also kind of takes a beating in return, so that's actually a little bit scary. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me just check, sure. Okay, Lissa can move in. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Muriel and Robin wait here. That way, she will attack Muriel, but Muriel won't take any damage from attacking her first. I'm gonna have you heal up Vic over here.
Thanks.
Thanks. He may be the teach, but at least he's humble about it. And I'm gonna have Crom go over here and take out this Armor Knight with the Rapier, I think. I'll have Sully join them too, because there's actually a shiny spot over there I kind of want to go pick up as well. Let our battle sound out the truth of your words. Alrighty. How does a javelin match up against magic? I see. Ow, that did a lot of damage. Get the double attack. She dies in that heavy armor. That's kind of impressive, honestly. Muriel gets a level up. HP skill. Come on, Moo. You're supposed to be getting magic. I praise you for your amazing magic. At least you're getting speed, though. I'll take it. It's something. Okay, in that case, unfortunately I can't quite reach, however, I still can't reach. This is very unfortunate. However, honestly, Sully does pretty good against her. Or him, or whoever. I can't see their face, you know? For all I know, they're a ghost. So honestly, Sully, I'll leave it to you. Hey, if you're getting shot in, not bad at all. We'll take a counterattack, but it's not the worst thing in the world. She can take another. There you go. I'm sure Viren's having a good time. You know, battling alongside the love of his life, you know? I'm sure they're having a grand old time. So I'm gonna go over here and try and get this shiny spot with Samia. And unfortunately, if I kill the boss, the chapter's gonna end. So I don't want to kill her yet if I want the glistening spot. So I think I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up Muriel since she kind of took a beating there.
My gratitude.
There we go. And looks like it's yet another level up. Again, she's a healer, so she gets tons of opportunities to get experience. Get some pretty good level up as well, not bad at all. And I feel like Vake over here, if I wanted to... Okay, well, I don't have the hammer. Who has the hammer? Oh, yeah, Sabia has the hammer. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, here's the plan. Honestly, we'll be fine. We'll just have a magic duel. It'll be fine. Alright, I'll wait one more turn, and then I think I'll go for the kill next turn. The only reason I'm not doing it this turn is because I want to make sure I'll go get that shiny spot over there. Although she does actually heal because she's actually on a fort herself. So that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, Muriel, show me what you got. Chuck of the fireballs. Muriel's weapon level D with that, not bad at all. And Sully over here is having a grand old lance off. It's okay, guys. Don't panic. She's doing fine. Ooh, that nice leap. Well done, Sully. Okay, all that out of the way. Samia, go ahead and pick this up real quick. What's this? Oh, I can't wait to show Crom. What'd you find? You found... Oh my god, you found Sigurd's Lance. Those who played Fire Emblem before, y'all know who Sigurd is. He's a bit of a legend. So as you can see here, if you go into shiny spots, as I mentioned before, a bunch of random things can happen, and that includes finding weapons. And this weapon here is quite powerful, coming in at 14 might, 15 crit chance on it, 85 hit. It's only one range, but damn, that's a powerful lance. We'll be definitely keeping a hold of that for later. For comparison, Frederick's lance over here, the silver lance, which is one of the strongest lances, like one of the strongest lances you can get, is 13 might. So this thing is stronger than what Frederick currently has. And also, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it's B rank. And Frederick is B rank. So Frederick, if I really wanted him to, I can have Frederick carry this if I want him to. I probably won't for the time being, but it'll be a good backup weapon for down the line. Trust me, that weapon is very freaking powerful. Good job, Samia. In the meanwhile, though, it looks like Robin should finish this off, so I'm gonna go for it.
What now?
You had some fire magic. Let's mix it up with some thunder magic, shall we? Ow. My face. And there you go. Then your claims were true. I don't know about that. I just threw some magic at you, you know. We could still be lying. I could just be a magical bandit. I'm just saying. That said, they'll get tons of experience because it's a boss kill a veteran. And not the greatest level, but like I said, I like speed, so I'll take speed. And there you go. Like I said, I took this chapter kind of slow mostly because I went around to take care of all the enemies. If you do not go around and take all the enemies out, you can finish this chapter significantly faster. But I wanted to do it anyways because, you know, experience and whatnot. And our heroes were Robin and Muriel. Makes sense. They, you know, they kind of blasted everything with magic, so can't complain.
Forgive me.
1,000 apologies, Prince Crom. I truly took you for brigand imposters. But no frauds could ever wage a battle as you here just have. I'll send word of your route to the capital and escort you there personally.
Good.
That would be most appreciated. Thank you. Quite the tone shift, I'd say.
Whoa.
Amazing. Whole demeanor changed.
Right.
In Ferox, strength speaks louder than words. I should have known better than to overestimate the value of diplomacy here.
Right.
So we can get going, Crom? Yes, it's not getting any warmer. Sounds like a plan. And just like that, that will do it for today with Chapter 3 completed. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and next time on Fire Emblem Awakening, it would seem we're gonna get ourselves some nice, easy passage into Ferox, which means hopefully we can speak to some of these cons we've been looking for, and maybe put in a good word for Emblem. Hopefully. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason we're here, so if it doesn't work out, we break down and cry, I guess. I don't know. That being said, though, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.